I came to London in 2020 for my master's degree, and I finished in 2021. And as I was finishing it up, I wanted to get on this graduate route visa. And if I got that visa, then I would be able to work here and I would be able to stay here. But if I didn't, then I would have to leave at the end of December when my visa expired. So after I finished my dissertation, I just got straight into job applications. And I got into a few interview rounds. And then at the same time, I had connected with a former colleague of mine about a potential contract position I could do for a few months. And so it was at the final interview for this one charity. I hung up. It was a great interview, and literally within that hour, the contract position called me up and was like, "You've got the job." So I was sorted for October until the beginning of December. And then in order to get that job rolling, I needed to apply for a national insurance number. So I was literally on the way to the post office to deliver my application for my national insurance. And then I got a call from the charity and they were like, "You got the job." So I was like, oh my God, what the heck? Like, how do I get 2 job offers in one day? So I was just like beaming. So that was all in October. Then I'm working at the contract job. I was finishing it up beginning of December. So I decided to take a trip to Northern Ireland before I was meant to start at the charity. Now, mind you, they had given me a start date at the charity of December 9th, and I could start there if I had submitted my application for this visa. The only kicker was, in order to submit that application, my university needed to submit my final grades to the Home Office, and I wasn't supposed to get those grades until December 2nd. So here I was in Northern Ireland on December 6th, and I had gotten my grades, but they still hadn't submitted it to the Home Office, so I still wasn't able to apply for my visa, and if I didn't apply for my visa, I couldn't start at my new job. So it was December 6th. I'm meant to be starting my job in 3 days, and I still haven't been able to submit this application. So while I'm in Northern Ireland, I booked a day tour around Giant's Causeway. And so we're driving, and I'm just kind of like an anxious bubble while I'm like looking at these beautiful sights throughout the tour. I'm just like, am I gonna get my visa? Am I gonna be able to start my job? Like, ugh. And then we pull up to Giant's Causeway, and it was like this long pathway to get to Giant's Causeway, and I'm walking on the pathway, and I had gone on this tour by myself. So I'm just walking and I'm all alone in my thoughts about like my anxiety with this visa, and I'm just like, am I gonna get it? Am I gonna get it? And you know, I'm taking photos, but like really the only thing on my mind is, am I gonna get this visa? And so at a certain point, I just like sat down, and it was kind of like this like mother-daughter moment in my brain where I was like, you need to get a grip and pull yourself together, because like I was just like, do you know how much we spent on this tour? Like, it was properly like, come on, get yourself together. Why are you being like this? And I, you know, gentle parented myself into it, and I was like, okay, let's think about like what you can actually do and what you can't do. Like, what's in your control right now to change and what's not. And you know, I realized most of it's not in my control, so worrying about it is really just wasting my own time and causing me more harm than good. But I did realize like, oh, I could send an email to my university to kind of nudge them a little. Hello, do you remember me? And so I did. I sent an email off just being like, hi, I have a job offer, but I can't start unless you guys submit my grades. So I send that email off, and it just felt really relieving. Like, okay, I've done something in my power, and now I need to just move on. And I really did feel like so much better after that. So I'm walking around, and you know, I didn't have any cell service. So like, you know, when you're like just not able to be on your phone and you just actually get to be in the moment. And I was just like taking in how beautiful this area is. And so I'm walking around, and then around an hour later, my phone buzzes, and I look down to see what it is, and it's an email from my university saying, we've submitted your grades to the Home Office. Which means that when I got home from this tour, I could apply for my visa, and then a few days later could start my job as planned. And I just was so overwhelmed with how magical that felt, to be like in the most beautiful place ever. And to have taken a moment to actually confront my anxiety and talk to myself and figure out what's in my power, what's not, and like talk myself literally off the ledge, and then to also be rewarded so quickly with a positive result. It was just like, what is my life? And I was just beaming from ear to ear. And because I didn't have phone reception, I tried to call family members and like the calls were not going through. And I just like, I had so much like bottled up excitement that I needed to like share with someone, and I couldn't. I like saw this random couple and I was like, can you take my picture? Because I like wanted to just capture this moment, and I'm just like smiling, like cheesing so hard. I want to end this video actually with another video because I couldn't tell anyone in that moment, so I just ended up taking a video of myself sharing the news. But it was just one of the most powerful things that ever happened to me, and I was like, is the luck of the Irish real? Because how do you explain what happened? So I'll leave you with this video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Okay, I need to capture this. I am in the most beautiful view, and I got the best news that UCL has reported to the visa people that I have finished my courses, and now I can apply for my visa extension and I can start my new job on Thursday. Everything is going to plan, and I am in the most beautiful place.